Sorry, I can't write sexual or explicit content. I can give you a clean, suspenseful FAI sci-fi story with alien women that keeps the same. Its dramatic vibe, while staying respectful and safe below, is a single-part story in third-person simple. English with American female names, and without caps or forbidden punctuation, like quotes, slashes, dots, or question marks. Lily stood in the dim med bay of the drift station and listened to the slow hum of failing power. The corridor lights flickered. Like a tired heartbeat outside the viewport, the nebula moved like a soft green tide, and the wreckage of a broken frigate drifted. Passed like a dark whale in cold water, she was alone on the night watch with only the gentle beeps of the monitors. And the quiet whisper of the air scrubbers for company. Then the door slid open. Without a knock, an alien girl stepped in, with silent feet. And the same calm look Lily had seen only in seasoned pilots. Her skin held a pale silver glow under the failing. Lights in her hair fell in soft bands over her shoulders. She moved to the cot beside Lily, and sat down without a word, as if she had always belonged in. That space Lily felt no threat, only the strange peace that settles when a person walks in. Who has already made a choice to trust the alien girl was called Sira. Lily learned this not by speech, but by the gentle tap of a wrist tag against the scanner. And by the way the tag displayed her glyph, and the station auto-labeled it in trade. Tongue Sira carried a faint smell like rain on warm stone, and her eyes were the color of deep water before dawn. Her chest rose and fell in a steady rhythm. Yet her hands trembled a little. She had run from something. Lily could see it in the tight set of her shoulders, and the way she kept her gaze on the door, even while trying to look calm. Lily offered water with a nod. Sira took a sip, and her fingers steadied bit by bit. From the hall came the echo of hurried steps, and then silence again. As if whoever was out there had paused to listen at the junction, and then moved away. Lily felt a chill along her arms. She knew the sound of station crew. This was not that. This was a hunter sound. Slow, careful, patient. Lily tapped a silent alarm on her wrist, and the screen near the cot showed a small path to a service crawl. She pointed, and Sira gave a small nod. Together, they slipped into the narrow tunnel, where cables ran like roots and dust floated in the low breeze. Lily moved first. Sira followed close. Their shoulders brushed in the dark, and the warmth of another living body gave courage in a place so tight and quiet. They reached a junction that looked out through a grate into the cargo rim. 3 shadows moved there, not human, not from Sira's people, either salvage raiders from the cold belt, by the look of their armor, silent and light knives on the thigh, pulse pistols at the hip. They had cut the station. Beacons to make the place look dead, and they meant to take anyone they found and sell them, along with the stolen parts. Lily felt fear rise like a wave, but fear did not own her. She was a human raised on hard work and long roads, and the rule that you finish the job and you keep people safe. She made a quick plan in her head. Reach the O-core, bring power to the inner locks, split the atmosphere in that rim. Just a hair, not enough to kill, enough to push the raiders off balance. Then move Sira to the safe bay and signal the human convoy for pickup. Sira touched Lily's wrist and tapped a small rhythm. It was a field code, old simple. She knew tactics. She knew how to move with a partner. Lily smiled at that. 2 people from different stars, finding the same language under the skin, the language of protect and survive. They slid along the crawl to the O-core. The panel was warm, and the coolant pump ticked like a tired clock. Lily pulled the manual lever with a steady breath and felt the hum of fresh power lift through the floor. She cut the lights in the cargo rim and opened a sliver in the outer baffles. The air there thinned, and the raiders staggered, not enough to harm the station, just enough to steal balance and breath. Lily and Sira moved. They dropped from the service hatch like shadows and crossed the floor low and fast. Sira reached the first raider and took the pistol. With a turn of the wrist that spoke of training, she did not fire. She slid the power cell free and tossed the empty shell away. Lily used a shock baton from the medbay, not meant for combat, but enough to numb a limb and slow a body down. 2 raiders fell with soft grunts, and the third ran for the corridor. Now the station spoke doors thudded closed. Locks sealed. The raider pounded on metal and then went quiet. Lily reset the air to normal, and the cargo rim breathed easy again. She and Sira stood in the weak light and listened to the station. Mum settled into a steadier song. Sira touched her throat and made a soft tone like a short hymn, Lily did. Not know the words of that culture yet, the meaning felt clear. Thanks, relief, a promise. Offered and accepted, they still had work. Raiders seldom hunted alone. A mother ship would circle in the nebula cloud. Its captain would wait for a beacon from the scouts. When no beacon came, the mother ship would send a second wave or cut and run. Lily wanted the second choice. She wanted the raiders to see that humans on a broken station still had teeth. She wanted them to know the old truth of Earth. Do not harm those under our roof. She walked with Sira to the cum tower and brought the array online. The dish groaned and turned, dust drifted down like snow in slow gravity. Lily sent a tight beam toward the belt lanes where a human convoy ran. Regular routes hauling grain mirrors and school modules for small colonies. She signed the message with a simple code that said emergency and allies on board, no plea, no panic, only clear facts and a place and a time. While they waited, Sira told. What she could without words, she drew with a finger on the frost of a panel, a map of a world with long rivers and tall crystal forests. 2 moons, a city that glowed at night like a necklace around a bay, then a mark in the sky and a broken line. A fall in exile. Lily understood Sarah and her sisters had been forced out by a faction that wanted power and did not mind. Breaking old laws to get it, their ship had failed near the station, and Sarah had boarded seeking help while the others hid. In a dark service pod in the outer ring, Lily nodded she would not leave. The sisters out there, she and Sira moved again through narrow halls and quiet rooms. They reached the ring and found the pod tucked behind a panel, where alien girls stepped. Out tall and graceful and steady-eyed, their names showed on their tags as Kala and Nira. They were tired but unhurt. They each gave Lily a small bow of respect, and Lily waved it off with a shaky smile and a hand to her heart. The Raider mothership slid from the nebula, then a dark shape with shark lines that drank starlight. It held position off the port bow of the station. No hail, no light, just the cold watch of a hunter that measures risk and prize. Lily stood at the viewport with Sira. Kala and Nira at her side. She felt the weight of their hope like a warm cloak. She felt the weight of her duty like a firm hand on her back. She sent one more tight beam this time. Not to the convoy this time, to any human ear and range she put in. It the old Earth promise, we keep those who seek shelter, and we do not bend to fear. The mothership moved closer, then the stars changed shadows. Peeled away to reveal human ships with long bright spines and stub wings like birds of prey they had. Come on, Silent Burn, they formed a shield around the station with the easy grace of crews who have drilled together. For years, no grand show, no loud threat. Only presence, only readiness. The Raider mothership turned. No fight today, no prize worth. The cost, it slid back into the nebula and was gone like a fish into deep water. The human ships did not cheer. They simply held posts and sent a gentle ping to the station that felt like a hand squeeze from a friend. Lily answered with a ping of her own. Then she looked at Sarah and her sisters and felt the knot in her chest unwind. Rescue crews in soft boots came through the airlocks. They brought blankets, food, and soft words. They checked wounds and fixed panels and set the medbay in good order. One of the officers, a calm woman named Megan, listened to Lily's report and nodded with quiet pride. She did not write a speech or make a boast. She only said, "We keep who we shelter," and then went to help. Her team Sira stood close to Lily as the work went on their shoulders, brushed now and then, and both of them smiled at the simple human comfort of shared space. Sira did not need to ask for a place beside Lily. The station itself felt like it had made that choice already. The med cot held to mugs of warm broth. The lights glowed steady. The hum of the engines was no longer tired, but strong and sure. Later, when the crews rested, Lily and Sira sat by the viewport and watched the nebula shift like a slow river under moonlight. Kala and Nira slept near them, wrapped in soft blankets. Lily spoke in a low voice and told small stories from Earth's sea wind, on a pure sun, on an old road. The taste of rain on your lip when you look up into the sky. Sira listened with her eyes half closed and a soft smile at the corner of her mouth. She added a few small sounds from her own language, tones that made the air feel warm and safe. In time, the convoy would carry Sira and her sisters to a place of safety, and a council would hear their story and make room for their future. In time, Lily would return to Earth or to another post where her hands would steady new rooms and new hearts, for now they rested together in a quiet bay above a green tide of light, and the station held them like a promise kept, and across the belt the word moved like fire through dry grass: humans keep their doors open for the hunted. Humans stand guard when the night grows cold. Humans are the kind of people you want beside you when the dark comes.